There should be no more excuse for me not putting away my comic books now that I'm not working as much during the day. However, today there's an excuse because it's New Comic Book Day. I'm heading to the shop. Oh man, I think I pulled a muscle doing that thumbnail. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy. But today is New Comic Book Day, and guys, today is Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul. This is episode 488, and this is the video series where each and every week I share with you what I picked up at the comic book store, which is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford in Central Florida. So if you guys are ever in the area, just stop by, check out the shop, see what it's like. Tell them Mike Spider Slayer sent you. They'll provide you with the ultimate customer service, and you will not be disappointed. Alright guys, so let's get started with this week's haul. It is monumental. It is huge. There is a lot. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so here we go. Here is the mysterious black bag, right? And inside is a lot of comic books. I think this is a pretty solid week, and for one book in particular, we'll see how it does as time goes along. So we get the mysterious black bag going, and inside, of course, is the comic books, and here is your stack of books. Plus, what else do I have to show you? Well, stay tuned and find out after we get through this super stack of books. And don't forget the Facebook shoutouts. Alright, so the first book I'm not too excited about is Miles Morales Spider-Man, but this does tie into the Infinite Destiny storyline. So I'm curious to see what's happening in that one. We got this new character by the name of Amulet, and it's one of the characters that is holding the Infinity Stones. So that's why this is all important, because this is all going to tie back to Black Cat in the future. So I'm looking forward to it. Miles Morales Spider-Man, this is issue 1. Annual 1, sorry. So speaking of Spider-Man, we have Sinister War issue 3. How is this third issue going to turn out? Because the other ones were kind of a lackluster. The other issue was a lackluster, and it was like all about, you know, Kindred behind the plans, putting bugs in people's ears, and he's manipulating everybody. I don't know. Will this one have more Spider-Man? Will it have more of the classic villains? Will the story get a little bit better? Maybe, we'll see. The cool thing is in here is we have Black Cat. So I'm looking forward to it. So that's Sinister War. That's issue 3. Along with that, this is the main cover of Sinister War issue 3. Alright. So next on the list, we wound up getting, I think, a highly anticipated book for readers out there. Still, for me, I'm on the fence with this. I think I'm going to give it up to issue 4. If it doesn't improve up until issue 4, then I might drop it, because I'm not a huge fan of the character. But this one goes to Moon Knight. This is issue 2, also written by Jed MacKay, who writes Black Cat. So that's why I'm really giving this one a solid try. I want to like it. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. So here is interior artwork in here. So we got that going on. I just wasn't a huge fan of the story. I know it's a lot of setup trying to get you caught up with the character, but I wasn't too much into it. But we'll see what happens, right? I wasn't too much into Black Cat when Jed MacKay started writing Black Cat, and look how much I love that series now. Alright, so with that came a variant cover, which I thought this one is really cool. I love the detail of this one. So I was like, alright, well, if I'm getting Moon Knight, you know, let me get a cool cover with it anyway. So wound up getting that variant cover. Alright, so next we wound up getting on the list, we wound up getting Marauders. This is issue 23. So we got that book. I'm behind in Marauders, I think, by a couple issues. I've been falling off of it. But I gotta read it. I gotta read the last issue and this issue just to see what's going on. And hopefully it's getting better. So in the comments below, if you guys think this title is getting better, then just let me know, and then I might get excited for it again, right? So there you have it, issue 23 of Marauders. All right, so what else we got coming in here from Marvel? Oh, well, let's talk about this one. This is a big book this week, and this one is Kang the Conqueror, issue 1. I like this cover. I think this is one of the covers that I obviously got was the Patrick Gleason Stormbreakers cover. So Kang is very hot right now. I think a lot of people are highly anticipating this book, and hopefully it fleshes out the character a little bit, get people familiar of who Kang is, so when he does make his Marvel official debut, like in Ant-Man and stuff like that, we know who he is, and then obviously probably he's going to make a return more in Loki. So here's some of the interior artwork, you know, if you're still on the fence about this title. So there you have it there. So that's Kang the Conqueror. That's issue 1. And with that, I had to, of course, get a couple of the variant covers because they were kind of cool. I got the Joshua Cassara cover, which I thought was kind of neat with all the fallen heroes. It's your traditional, you know, comic book cover there. So that one was pretty neat. So since I got those other 2 variants, I saw this one on the rack and I had to pick it up. It's Kang the Conqueror, Scotty Young variant edition. I saw that. I'm like, look at that facial expression. That's awesome. He's on Earth and it says conquered. I just, that's awesome. I love that cover. It's very simplistic, but it was like, yeah, that screams to me. I definitely am going to have to pick that one up, right? Okay, so what's next on the list? We got more Marvel books mixed in here with more Free Comic Book Day books. This is my 3rd copy of Enter the House of Slaughter. They had extras left over from Free Comic Book Day, so I was like, okay, I'll take it. And my 3rd copy of Stray Dogs, so I was like, I'll definitely take that one for sure. Man, this book is so good. Even this Free Comic Book Day issue, I was just like hooked on the 4 pages that it had to offer of a prologue story or whatnot. You know, I was just like all intrigued by it. All right, so next we wound up getting Black Cat. This is issue 9. Again, this is continuing the story with Felicia going on her most important heist yet. She's stealing all kinds of crazy stuff, and one of those things happened to be Star. And inside Star is a reality stone, and I guess she's going to have to somehow maybe get this stone out of her or somehow tap into the power of Star. I don't know. This story is still yet to be fleshed out, and it's going to change, I guess, maybe something about Felicia in the future because Jed MacKay is leaving the book in November, or the book is actually ending. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous in this book. I love the way he writes Felicia. He writes her confident. It's just so well done. Can't wait to see what this issue has to offer. All right, so with that being said, guys, let's have the Facebook group page shout outs. And for Facebook group page shout out today, we have Angel Cruz, who's showing off his Free Comic Book Day haul. He got all kinds of goodies in there. You can see the traditional Stray Dogs, Avengers, you know, he got Spider-Man, Venom, and then he got some back issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. So of course that's right up my alley. Congratulations there, Angel, on your Free Comic Book Day haul. Next, we have Mark Galeko, if I said your name right. Hopefully I did. We get to see him showing off his Free Comic Book Day haul. You get to see, obviously, Enter the House of Slaughter, Stray Dogs, Red Room in there, and some of the other Free Comic Book Day offerings. Looks like he got a pop in there. So congratulations. I think I see champagne on the right-hand side. Are you celebrating that there's Free Comic Book Day? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, right? And then next, we wound up getting Dave124, who says, you know, this is my biggest Free Comic Book Day I ever had. Is that big stack Free Comic books that you got or books that you picked up? And then you get to see the little stack there of Enter the House of Slaughter, Stray Dogs, Red Room, and etc. So congratulations on that. But the touching story of the day, which I thought was really cool, goes to Dwayne Ramos. And he says, I gotta thank my friend for introducing me to my first slab, and I couldn't think of a better hero to start out with. Love the comic community. And his first slab is an Amazing Spider-Man issue 306.0 CGC graded. Congratulations, man. That is awesome on your first slab. I don't even have mine slabbed yet. So guys, if you want to become part of the community, the Webheads, the Comic Book Corner 2.0, Webheads Unite, just go ahead on that Facebook group page. I'll approve you. You'll become part of the group. You can share anything that's comic related as long as you keep it clean. And of course, you could get shouted out in future hauls. All right, guys. So speaking of the haul, let's continue with this one. And the next one we're going to talk about is The Trial of Magneto. I know I have the main cover somewhere in here in this stack, but I wound up also getting the Art Germ variant, which is a gorgeous cover with Scarlet Witch on there. And here we get to see a little bit in the interior artwork. I hope this is not just all standing around. I really hope there's some type of action that's going on, but obviously this has to deal with Scarlet Witch. But if anything, at least I got this cool kick-ass cover, right? All right, so now it looks like we're running into some independent books, and the next one goes to Radiant Black issue 7, and then based off of this cover here, it looks like we're going to get introduced to Radiant Yellow, Radiant White, I guess, I don't know, and maybe these guys actually getting together as a team. This looks like a pink one, so we got Power Rangers in full effect here. I love Radiant Black. I think it's a great book. I loved seeing the origin story of Radiant Red, and now the story is going to continue. But this it reminds you of a Power Ranger book. So if you're a Power Ranger fan in a way, this definitely might interest you. And I think the first trade was released today. So for $10, you can get issues 1 through 6 if you have not read this story. So check it out. All right, the next one is Noctera. This is issue 6. Great looking cover here with Val. And this continues the story of her and her brother finding the sanctuary. And we found out that the leader of this sanctuary is working with the big boss. So it looks like there's going to be lots of action. It looks like she's going to have to escape. Tony S. Daniel does the artwork in this series, and it's just a phenomenal read. I love this book. Can't wait to get my hands on this one. All right, so next we get Eat the Rich. This is issue 1. I guess it's rich people eating human people. I guess that's the way it looks. There's a falling person there, and they got their knife and fork, and it looks like maybe they're drinking blood. I don't know. It's from Boom. Everything from Boom has been pretty good so far this year, so I'm definitely want to see what this one's about. It definitely piqued my interest. So this is a new #1. You never know when these new #1 books or these stories actually get optioned. And of course, it drives prices up and the spec market goes crazy, right? All right, so let's talk about some DC comics now. So DC, we have Nightwing. This is 83. Love this cover as we get to see Haley, the puppy, the 3-legged puppy going after the fire hydrant there, and Dick is just on his phone, screwing around on it. This book is phenomenal. I have nothing but great things to say. The artwork is always phenomenal. The character emotions are really good in this book, and I just can't wait for each issue to come out. This is probably always on the top of my pile when I read it. All right, next we wind up getting Catwoman issue 34, Jenny Frison cover, gorgeous. And guys, I'm sorry, I still have not read it. This is the 3rd month in a row that I'm saying I gotta read Catwoman, I gotta read it, but I just haven't had a chance to catch up on it. When you make videos and you edit videos and you gotta read the comic books, it takes a lot of time, out of your day to do certain things, but I gotta try to catch up. Here's some more interior artwork in there. But again, at least I'll have the series because of all the gorgeous Jenny Frison variants. And then we wound up getting Clown Hunter. This is issue 1, so we get the return of Clown Hunter, which is good because I want to see what's going on with this guy. And does this still take place after the Joker War? Like, is he still killing clowns that are out in the streets and whatnot? I don't know, but I want to learn more about the character, so that's what I'm interested in about. So that's Clown Hunter. All right, so going back to the main cover here, we got the original cover of Nightwing. I love the cover, though. I love how he's going up the building. I think that's pretty neat, and he's changing into Nightwing. Or he's coming from the sky and he's going down. So either way, I guess, yeah, you gotta look at it that way. He's coming from the sky and then he's going down and he's like, hey, look, my name is Dick Grayson and I have an idea. So that's kind of cool. I guess he's trying to use money in a positive light. So I was right, The Trial of Magneto. I did get that main cover, like I said. Okay. And then I have Iron Man issue 11. This story's been really as a standstill for me, but Iron Man's in this different world and, you know, he has some, I don't know, weird connection with Patsy Walker in a different world, and somehow he's got to get back to the main world, and they'll still dealing with like Korvac's situation. This is definitely a weird Iron Man book, but I continue to read it just because I am an Iron Man fan. Believe it or not, he is my second favorite Marvel character. Not sure if you guys knew that, but I'm expecting bigger things from this book, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, so now we got some pretty good stuff here that I wanted to show you guys. And when it comes to some of the other free comic book day stuff that you haven't already seen, I did get Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, Batman issue 1 or free comic book day 1, Suicide Squad King Shark. I wound up getting that one. Beautiful cover with Vampirella. So I wound up getting those. Plus, like I said, I got Stray Dogs Coming Out of My Ears and Enter the House of Slaughter, and then you get to see that Venom. All right, so then I got a couple of cool variants this week. I got a 1 in 50, the mysterious Moon Knight variant, so I wound up getting that book. I had to get this as it's just it's a Spider-Man cover, man. It's all homage Spider-Man cover. So I was like, oh, I have to get this. This is so nice, right? So awesome to have this in the 1 in 50, 1 in 50 in my comic book collection. And then I wound up getting the 1 in 25 Black Cat issue 9 variant. Man, oh man, what a great cover here. That is so nice. Felicia upside down on some jewels. Great facial expression, as you get to see there. Sucker for it. All right. All right, now you saw all those comic books. So what did I get? Oh my gosh. Well, let me just tell you, I had a lot of cool, store credit, and then I also got great deals on these books here. And I got to make room here because there's no room. But the first thing I wound up getting here is Spider-Man Clone Saga Omnibus. So I wound up scoring that one. Totally excited to have that. So I was like, oh yeah, man. Clone Saga may not be the best story in the world, but if you ever want to read it and you have it all right here, why not, right? Love the cover of it. So cool, man. All right, and then the next thing I wound up getting is not only did I get Invincible Compendium 1, right? I wound up getting Compendium 2 and Compendium 3. Bam. Got the whole run right there in one sitting. So excited, man, to have Invincible. I have issues 50 all the way through completion, but who wants to go digging through all that to read it? Now I can read it anytime I want, and I don't have to ever worry about ruining those comics, right? And then to read Clone Saga, hey man, why not, right? Got to read that 90s goodness stuff. So there you guys have it. There is probably the most heaviest comic book haul I have ever had. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now I want to hear in the comments below what you guys picked up. And if you want to show it off, like I said, join the Facebook group page called Comic Book Corner 2.0. Webheads Unite, only 50 members away from hitting 1,000. So guys, as always, thank you so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. I'll leave you more content right here. Happy new comic book day. Keep buying, keep collecting, keep reading. I'll see you guys on the next video. See you soon. Bye.